Oliver Ames Sports are sponsored by Bank of Easton, the Easton Lions Club, Doug King Builders Incorporated. ECAT would like to thank all the sponsors for the help of the production of OA Sports.
Medfield is coached by Mark Nixon. And now for the Tigers of Oliver Ames. At forward, sophomore, number 12, Dave Horseman. At guard, sophomore, number 11, Avery Gamble. At guard, sophomore, number 22, Cameron Durba. At forward, senior captain, number 15, James Durba. And at forward, senior captain, number 13, Sarah Hilliard. Oliver Ames is coached by Brian Costello. At this time, we ask all that are able, please stand for the playing of our national anthem.
So hello everybody and welcome to the Nixon Gymnasium for the consolation bracket, the first matchup between the girls of Oliver Ames versus the girls of Medfield. We are going to get going here in just a minute. The girls of Oliver Ames are coming into this game at 3-1. Their first defeat was yesterday at the hands of of Bishop Fenwick, and so here we go. Curzoli taking a three. No, excuse me, that was Kitteridge taking a three and missing it, but they get the offensive rebound. Stanton drives into the paint. She goes up and misses. Hilliard fights for the rebound. She grabs it, gives it up to Cadence Durba. Over into the corner for Gamble. Gamble pick and drive into the lane, and she gets her own rebound, passes out to Cameron Durba, who fires a three and knocks it down. Oliver Ames Tigers take the 3-0 lead early. OA gets the rebound here. Gamble. Gives it over. Durba's going to shoot another three. That's rebounded by Medfield. Up the court comes Backy. Into the lane. She's blocked. It's by Maeve Horseman. Up the court comes Durba. To Gamble into the lane, in and out. Medfield the rebound. That is Izzy Kitteridge, who had 16 points last night. Gives it over to Anna Giri. Up to the top of the key for... That is Kitteridge. She gets two. Like I said, Oliver Ames suffered their first defeat last night. So they will be playing in this third place game. Hilliard down to the paint, but it's turned over. Here comes Kitteridge up the floor. She is a forward sophomore, and the foul is called on Hilliard. The foul for Hilliard is going to be sending Kitteridge to the line for two. She had 16 last night. The 6'1" forward sophomore. First one is good. Second shot is up and good. Medfield takes the 1-point lead early. Medfield is pressing up the field here, the court, excuse me. Durba gives it over to Gamble. Gamble with a little sidestep, brings it up to the top of the key, drives into the paint, back to Durba. Up fake, she takes the two and she knocks it down. Cameron Durba picking up where she left off last night. Now she's playing some hard defense down on the baseline here. Medfield brings it back up top to number 1. That is Annie Stanton, the captain. Over to number 12, Tess Backy, who takes the three. She's off. Durba the rebound, gives it over to her sister, and here comes Owe up the floor. Durba looking to cook on the left wing. She goes down to the paint. She dishes it back out to Gamble, who then gives it to Horseman. Horseman down baseline, takes it and makes it. Owe has a good little rhythm going so far in the first quarter. It's Stanton. She takes the right-handed layup, and she's fouled by K-Dance Durba. This ball comes over to me. Nice play, coach. So Annie Stanton, senior captain, forward, 5'9", misses the first one. And the second one's going to go. So it makes it 7-5 here early. And that's going to be an over and back. Tigers, a little bit of disarray early, but they're going to look to figure that out. Coach Costello not pleased, as the referee has Cumming take it out. Over into the corner for Stanton. Stanton driving. She gives it back up to number 12. That's Tess Backy into the corner here for Kitteridge, who misses. Durba pulls another rebound, but it is always taken back by Avery Gamble. Back over to K-Dance Durba. Gives it to Sarah Hilliard in the corner. She drives baseline. Gives it to Horseman, and it's deflected out of bounds. That'll be Tiger ball. 4:28 here to play in the first quarter. Good pace to the game so far. Durba to Gamble for the three. She's front rims it, but Horseman works hard for the rebound, and it seems that she stepped out of bounds, and it's going to be Medfield ball. It seemed like I thought that the ref pointed in the other direction, so it seems that he corrected himself, and we bring it up the floor here. Up the floor comes Naya Anagiri, a 5'8" freshman guard here for Medfield. She gives it up to Izzy Kitteridge, leading scorer last night. Seems to be one of their top offensive options. She takes a shot here, hits the front rim. Gamble going to fight for the rebound. Jump ball is called, and that is going to go to the Tigers. 4 minutes to go. Here's we're halfway through the first quarter as Cadence Durba is going to come off and Maeve Horseman's going to come off. And we're going to get a stoppage here. We need to reset the shot clock as Tigers will be taking it out again. Into the game here for the Tigers comes number 14. That is Annie Riley, who had herself a nice little game last night. As Durba over to Gamble. Gamble driving, gives it to Riley, who's going to fire a shot and knock it down. I think her feet were on the line there, so it's going to be 2 points. As OA leads 9-5. Stanton. Top of the key gives to Kitteridge. Kitteridge driving left, and she can't make the shot. Good defense by Sarah Hilliard. Cameron Durba taking her time with the ball at the floor as they're not pressing this time. Gives to Annie Riley. Also into the game for the Tigers in the ball right now is number 4. That's Hannah Dupil. She gives it to Avery Gamble, who drives into the lane and is fouled. She's going to go to the line for 2. Gamble playing that other guard position for the Tigers very successfully so far this season as she knocks down the first free throw. And the second as well. And it is stolen by the Tigers. That is Hannah Dupil. She gives it over. Back over to Sarah Hilliard. Over for a 3-point shot for Gamble. She knocks it down. Great shot for Gamble there as we're going to see a Medfield timeout. OA leading 14-5 early. We'll take a quick break.
Hey there, I'm Gail Devins, and join me as we discover all the businesses that made Easton great. This is a wonderful, wonderful place. I cannot wait. I want to do it. I want to go there. I am definitely coming back, and I know you will too, because I'm telling you something. It is absolutely amazing in here. What a wonderful way to discover Easton. It's right here in Easton. Showing at noon on Mondays, 2 p.m. on Tuesdays, and 11 a.m. on Fridays, only on ECAT.
We are back here as we got about 3 minutes left in the first quarter. Medfield going to take the ball out. And it is knocked away. It is going to be still Medfield ball. Tigers applying pressure here, full court, as they get it into Sadie Cumming, the senior captain. She crosses over, gives it over to Tess Backey. Backey crosses over. She goes into the lane. Tries to dish into the corner, but it's stolen away by Sarah Hilliard. Hilliard finds Cameron Durba with a left-handed layup, and she gets it. As the Tigers extend their lead. Taken away yet again. Good pressure by the Tigers. A little up fake there by Annie Riley. She gives it to 4. Hannah Dupil, she makes the shot. Olive Ames cooking now as they continue the pressure. Dupil plays full court defense, and she can't make it. Number 13, Sarah Hilliard, she acquires the rebound. Here come the Tigers yet again. It is Cameron Durba in the corner. She looks and finds Sarah Hilliard on the wing. Hilliard over to Gamble. Gamble dribbling. Cameron Durba has enough room to take another shot, and it rims out, but rebounded by Annie Riley. She goes up strong. Can't get it to fall. Rebounded by Annie Stanton. Just under 2 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Annie passes it over to number 21. That is Jalen Anageri, who had 11 points last night, but it's going to be Izzy Kitteridge who knocks down the 2 there. Coach Costello urging his girls to hold, but it's going to be turned over. Medfield takes it, gives to. It is blocked there by Annie Riley. Got the block, and it is going to stay Medfield ball here in the half-court setting. We've got a minute 30 to go here in the first quarter as we have many substitutions on the floor here. Hilliard comes off. So it is Anna Jerry looking to pass it in. She gives it to Annie Stanton, who is going to take the ball into the lane with a right-handed layup and make it. They're somewhat pressuring here in the half court, but it's not quite enough as Avery Gamble stays in the game. She gives it over to, that is Annie Riley, who knocks down the shot. Annie Riley, number 14. Playing a strong past couple of basketball games here for the Oliver Ames Tigers. Shot here by Stanton. Rims out. Good defense by Oliver Ames' Catherine Farley. As the shot goes for Medfield. Able to make it 20-11 here with just under 50 to play. Gamble picks up her dribble, and it is retrieved there by Mary Rhodes, It is going to stay white ball. With 37 ticks to go. Hilliard's going to be clocking back into the game here. Maybe not immediately. As Owe passes the ball in, gives to Dupil, down to Farley. That's Rhodes, over to Gamble. Rhodes, that is Riley. Rhodes and into the corner there for three, in and out. The rebound goes out of bounds. It's going to stay Tiger ball here with 17 ticks to play here in the first quarter. Hilliard will not be checking in. Up and over to Rhodes into the corner. She's going to up fake and drive. Farley in the paint. She gives. Gamble at the top of the key. She drives. It is Dupil who knocks down the shot to extend the lead, and that is the buzzer. So that's the end of the first quarter here. OA leading 22-11 here. A pretty strong offensive first quarter, as they'll be looking to hold the Medfield Warriors, as they have too many teams this year so far, as their full court defense has been strong throughout. We're going to get a quick break, and we will get back here for the second quarter. Thank you.
In 2023, Easton is a tight-knit community of 25,000 people. But with the hustle and bustle of modern life, it's easy to forget our past. A time when Easton's population was 6,000.
Everybody knew who everybody
everyone
was.
And there was respect.
There was respect for everyone.
When kids enjoyed great freedom and independence.
Everybody was poor at today's standards, but we all were in the same boat and we enjoyed life.
So join me, Priscilla Almquist-Olsen, as I explore what makes Easton so very special with some of its lifetime residents.
I think Easton has so much to offer, and if you're living in a community, you have to know it.
Watch Growing Up in Easton Tuesdays at 7 p.m. and Friday at 9 p.m. See you then.
Medfield going to take the ball before here. Goes to number 5 with the free ball. That is Mary Palladino, senior forward. She knocks it down. As Dupil is able to make a shot down the other side of the court. So a quick 3 for Medfield and a 2 for OA to start the second quarter. 5 drives into the lane, gives back out to Kitteridge. Kitteridge gives 2. That is Anageri, who misses. Fight for the rebound, and is going to be a whistle and a jump ball that is going to go White's way, Oliver Ames. We have 7:23 to play here. Horseman gives in to Cameron Durba, who gives over to Rhodes, back to Durba as they are pressing. Hilliard takes the ball. He gives to Cadence Durba, who makes a nice pass down to Maeve Horseman, who is fouled and is going to the line for 2. A nice find by Cameron Durba, who is trying to round out her game this season for the Oliver Ames Tigers. Last year, really known as a big scoring threat, but she has been doing it all on the floor this season and is definitely trying to improve her rebounding as well as her playmaking. So you're seeing it here, folks, as Maeve Horseman goes to the line here to shoot 2. The sophomore forward who came onto the scene last year as a critical piece for the Oliver Ames Tigers with her size and ability to pull rebounds. Horseman shooting the second of 2. Shot is off the front rim, and Medfield pulls the rebound. Up the floor here comes Kitteridge. She makes a nice bounce pass down to number 34, Naya Anageri. And Medfield with a quick 2. 7 minutes to go in the first quarter here as Cameron Durba passes it into the corner for Horseman. Horseman back over to the Durba sisters. They exchange passes. That is going to be Cadence Durba shooting a 3. Hits the back rim and out of bounds. Clock stops at 6:46 to play here in the quarter. Medfield looking to pass the ball in, and they do. It goes to number 12. That is Tess Backey. Backey brings the ball up the floor, crosses over, and loses her dribble, but picks it back up. She has to give it up there to Kitteridge. Kitteridge down to number 5, Mary Palladino. Back over to Kitteridge. She drives into the lane, right-handed layup, and is fouled. Foul is going to be on the Tigers. We'll find out who in a moment here. That is on number 34. Excuse me, that is on number 12, Maeve Horseman. So that is her first foul of the day. As first free throw is knocked down by Backey. Backey, a 5'7" sophomore guard for the Medfield Warriors. Pretty shifty. Second free throw. Off the front rim and collected by the, offensive rebound goes to Medfield. A 3-pointer by Anageri is knocked down. So 25-20 is our score. Durba over to Gamble. Gamble back to Durba. That is deep. She's going to let it fly. It is going to hit the side of the backboard and go out of bounds. Medfield ball. And Coach Costello wants a timeout right now. So 25-20 with 6:06 to play in the quarter. It has been a game of runs so far here. This is the consolation game in the Rivered tournament. Oliver Ames, again, losing last night to Bishop Fenwick, if I am not mistaken. Actually, excuse me, I believe I have that wrong. They lost to Walpole, 56-48. Cameron Durba had 18 points, 14 in the first half. Avery Gamble had 11 of her own. Annie Riley had 9 off the bench. And Hilliard finished with 11 rebounds, and 3 blocks, as she tends to do. She is very strong down in the paint and a big presence for this team. At halftime, we'll be getting an exclusive interview with Coach Costello to see how the first half has gone. And what they're going to be looking to do in the second half. Whistle is blown, and the ball is inbounded here as Backey brings it up the floor. She stops here at the top of the key, crosses over, tries to find the lane, but can't. Gives over to number 24, that is Paige Hennerby. But then it is over to Anageri, who goes behind the back and gives it up to Kitteridge. Kitteridge spins in the lane and finishes with the left hand. Very savvy move by Izzy Kitteridge. So here come the Tigers. It's over to Cameron Durba, who up fakes down the wing / 3-point corner. She gives it over to the other wing to Gamble. Gamble back to Durba. She's going to let it fly this time on the wing and knocks it down. Cameron Durba, underclassman of the year last year for the Hockomock, as that ball is passed out of bounds, and it's going to be Tiger basketball. Ball is inbounded to Avery Gamble. She will bring the ball up the floor, getting a lot of minutes tonight, as she tends to do. Durba with another up fake. She looks at the rim, gives it to Gamble. Gamble over to number 14, Annie Riley. Riley to Durba on the high post, gives to Gamble, who's going to drive baseline back up to Cadence Durba. over to Cameron Durba. Durba sisters exchange and give it to Annie Riley. Durba with a nice pass over to Dupill. Durba over to Gamble. She's going to let it fly for 3 with 2 seconds on the shot clock. Hits the back rim and goes out of bounds. So we got 4:41 to play now in the half, and it's 28-22. Oliver Ames leading. Up the floor comes Anna Jerry, gives it to 12, who though goes into the corner for Kitteridge. The shot is missed, and Cadence Durba with the rebound. She makes a errant pass, it is turned over, and Kitteridge is able to connect with the layup off of the mistake. Here comes Gamble slowly up the floor, taking her time, gives it to Durba, who puts the ball on the floor and dribbles over on the wing. Back to Dupill. Durba's going to rip a 3 here. Off the back rim, just misses, and the rebound goes to Medfield. Here comes Anna Jerry, top of the key here for Hennerby, and she knocks down a 2, I believe. Oh, they're going to give her a 3. Thought the foot might have been on the line there, as it is now 28-27 as we are in the second half of the second quarter here. Dupill, sorry, that's Riley. Durba to Durba. Into the corner for Hilliard. She looks, drives, takes a little mid-range shot, knocks it down. That's money. Great shot there by the senior captain. Passes up to half for Kitteridge. She drives into the lane. She's going to do that spin move again, and it is off. Good defense by the senior captain yet again. That's Sarah Hilliard. Into the lane goes Avery Gamble with the shot. She's going to miss, and it is rebounded by Kitteridge. Kitteridge gives it up to Anna Jerry, who drives into the lane, puts up a little floater, and knocks it down to make this a one-point ball game with just 3 minutes to go here in the half. Gamble up, gives it to Cadence Durba. Durba has the size advantage. She's going to go into the corner here. Riley up to Cameron Durba. Back to Riley. Riley tries to go baseline, but she is stopped. Cameron Durba. Good defense here by the Medfield Warriors, as it is Annie Riley driving. She steps it back and goes to Hilliard with 6. She's going to have to do something. Gives to Gamble, who lets it fly with 2. Just off the back rim. Whistle blown here in the full court, as it seems that Avery Gamble fouled there. So Medfield will take the ball out here, as we're going to see number 4, Hannah Dupill, come into the ball game here for the Tigers. That's a 3 for Kitteridge, and she knocks it down. That's too much space, as Medfield takes their first lead, presumably of the ball game. Here comes Gamble. Gamble over to Durba on the wing, as it's going to be stolen away. Kitteridge drives into the lane, and a nice little tip away by Cameron Durba, but it is going to be Medfield with another bucket and another timeout called by Coach Costello. 34-30 with minute 53 to play. Some turnovers are plaguing the Tigers, but they're going to look to figure that out. We'll take a quick break.
Everybody, and welcome to the official first episode of Eatin' with ECAT. My name is Joseph Taft.
I'm Jack Ryan.
And I'm Abby Kitchenham.
We are, in fact, your co-hosts, and we are determined to bring you all the big eats that you can handle. So listen, if you're a foodie, you're not going to want to miss any of the action. Check out our website, www.eastoncat.org, or find us on social, at EastonCat, to find this episode on demand.
Oh, you're going down, Kitchell. You're going down. You're going down.
I got through the foam, and I'm getting a little more down to the... It's like...
The fact that there's jelly in this just unsettles me.
A Reuben sandwich is the best sandwich out. The sauerkraut mixed with the Thousand Island and the rye bread.
This is something I have never seen before.
We're good. We're all family here.
Where does the ice cream begin?
Big
and
bite.
the whipped cream.
We are back here, minute 53 to play in the first half, as we got a back and forth ball game. Oliver Ames has had the lead for the majority of the game here, as Avery Gamble will take the ball up and try to end the half on a high note. We're going to have an interview with Coach Costello at halftime. We're going to see what he feels is going on here in the first half, as we'll get the insider's look. Gamble driving to the high post. It seems that Medfield is playing a 2-3 zone, and it is working out for them as they get yet another steal. Into the lane goes number 11. That's Sadie Cumming, and she knocks it down with contact. No foul, though. Here comes Durba up the floor. K-Dance with an up fake. She has separation, gives it to Gamble. Gamble takes a little shot on the baseline and can't get it to go. Here comes Medfield. Kitteridge up 2. Sadie Cumming. Cumming going to take a shot. She can't get it to go, but no rebounding present for the Tigers as the offensive rebound goes directly to Medfield. Minute to go here. Cameron Durba on the wing. Steps it back, starts her dribble. She goes into the corner for Gamble. Gamble back over to Durba. Durba over to Hannah Dupil. Dupil gives back to Durba. She fakes to the corner, gives over to Dupil. Dupil finds Maeve Horseman, who takes a little shot. She does not find the rim as we get a jump ball, which should go the Warriors' way here with 41 ticks to go in the half. Nice little takeaway there by Avery Gamble, who was knocked down and fouled. Sign of life here for the Tigers here. 34 ticks to play. Pass into Avery Gamble. She brings it up the floor, gives it over to Cameron Durba. Durba puts the ball on the floor, brings it up to the top of the key. Gives it to Dupil. Dupil back over to Durba. Hilliard in the high post, puts the ball on the floor, picks it up immediately though. 18 takes to play. They're going to look to take the last shot of the half here. As unfortunately Horseman turns the ball over. Going to give Medfield a shot. Here's Cummings to Kitteridge, who fires off the front rim and not going to make it. Durba with a 3/4 court shot off the back rim, very close, as that will end the first half. 38-30 is the score, as the Tigers are going to look to capitalize off those turnovers in the second half. That's unfortunate. Alrighty. I'll just be on this side so I can get the okay from my producer. Yeah. So we're good. So we're good over here. All right. So I'm here with Coach Costello. Coach, 38-30 coming out of the first half. What did you see out of your girls? What are you looking to communicate to them in the locker room?
Really good first quarter, I thought. Second quarter, I think defensively we weren't as good. They switched to the zone, and we let that affect us defensively. We didn't move the ball great offensively, but can't allow it to affect you on both sides of the floor, and we did. So we'll bounce back, get the tempo back to what we want.
Okay, for sure. How does a game like this, even though it's a consolation, impact the team building and chemistry of this club? How does that go into potentially the rest of the season?
Well, I mean, it's a great tournament. Everybody in this is in the top 10 in the Boston Globe rankings right now. So, we played a Final Four team yesterday, and this was a Final Four team last year as well. So, good competition is what you want to play all the time.
Absolutely, Coach. Good luck in the second half.
Thank you.
All righty. We'll catch you in the second half, everybody. Awesome. How's the sound?
Sounds good.
Fire.
Cool. There's a storm.
Join me, Priscilla Almquist-Olsen, to explore the town of Easton and its interesting, engaging, ordinary, and extraordinary people and meet a smorgasbord of guests, including artists, authors, musicians, business owners, community organizations, clergy, local leaders, etc., etc., etc. Community Forum at 3 p.m. on Thursdays and 1:30 p.m. on Saturdays. See you then.
Hi, I'm Jen from Fantasy Crafts. Turn your average household items into fun for the whole family. Let your imagination run wild. It was my decision. You be quiet over there. Fantasy Crafts playing Monday at 3 p.m., Wednesday at 1 p.m., only at ECAT.
Hi there, I'm Gail Devins, and join me as we discover all the businesses that made Easton great. This is a wonderful, wonderful place. I cannot wait. I want to do it. I want to go there. I am definitely coming back, and I know you will too, because I'm telling you something. It is absolutely amazing in here. What a wonderful way to discover Easton. It's right here in Easton. Showing at noon on Mondays, 2 p.m. on Tuesdays, and 11 a.m. on Fridays, only on ECAT.
Hello, welcome to Easton News. I'm Abby Kitchenham.
And I'm Jack Ryan, and together we bring you everything you need to know about Easton, including politics.
The annual town election is scheduled for Saturday, April 22nd, 2023.
Community events.
Be Inspired, Counseling Presents, a parent and child coping workshop centered around a new year and new beginnings.
And sports.
Pressure builds diamonds, so we live by that every day of practice, going into every game.
With APCSM guest segment Pet of the Week.
Hi, I'm Katie with the Animal Protection Center, and today we have a little Iris.
With help from special correspondent Wyatt Fain. Join us
for Easton News.
Playing 6 o'clock, Friday, Saturday, and Sundays.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the official first episode of Eatin' with ECAT. My name is Joseph Taft.
I'm Jack Ryan.
And I'm Abby Kitchenham.
We are, in fact, your co-hosts, and we are determined to bring you all the big eats that you can handle. So listen, if you're a foodie, you're not going to want to miss any of the action. Check out our website, www.eastoncat.org, or find us on social, at EastonCat, to find this episode on demand.
Oh, you're going down, Bishop. You're going down. You're going down.
I got through the foam, and I'm getting a little more down to the... It's like...
The fact that there's jelly in this just unsettles me.
A Reuben sandwich is the best sandwich out. The sauerkraut mixed with the Thousand Island and the rye bread.
This is something I have never seen before.
We're good. We're all family here.
Where does the ice cream begin?
Big
and
bite.
The whipped cream. And
no more plate.
Good evening and welcome to another edition of For the Love of Words. After a 3-year hiatus, join me, John Holgerson, and
Priscilla Almquist Olson,
as we interview poets and musicians. Could you give the audience a little summary of your background as a child?
When I turned 7 or so, we were car bombed. That stuck out.
And have them share their love of words.
Sometimes I wonder, do you ever think of me?
A thin broth of moonlight caught in the trees spreads across the garden brush, so one side of every stick shimmers while the other sides melt into one another, a mass grave of cherry, pear, and pine.
For the Love of Words at 7 p.m. on Thursdays.
At ECAT, we're here to keep you connected and involved in the community. On ECAT, you can explore the town with Gail Devins.
Hello, I'm Gail Devins, and welcome to our show, Discover Easton.
Tell your story with Harrison Young on Topic Time.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Topic Time with Harrison Young on a...
Learn something new with the Ames Free Library. Relax with the Ron Van Dam Show.
Ron Van Dam Show, that's who I am. I'm Ron Van Dam. Thank you so much.
Check in on the latest in live town meetings.
2022 Select Board meeting, and Happy New Year.
Stay up to date with Oliver Ames High School news and live sports.
Tiger Talk.
Share your thoughts on the community forum.
Welcome to Community Forum.
And listen to some exciting new music. So stay connected with Easton Community Access Television.
In 2023, Easton is a tight-knit community of 25,000 people. But with the hustle and bustle of modern life, it's easy to forget our past. A time when Easton's population was 6,000.
Everybody knew who everybody
everybody
was.
And there was respect.
There was respect for everyone.
When kids enjoyed great freedom and independence.
Everybody was poor at today's standards, but we all were in the same boat and we enjoyed life.
So join me, Priscilla Almquist Olsen, as I explore what makes Easton so very special with some of its lifetime residents.
I think Easton has so much to offer, and if you're living in a community, you have to know it.
Watch Growing Up in Easton Tuesdays at 7 p.m. and Friday at 9 p.m. See you then.
Don't have time to sit down and watch ECAT programs? Don't worry, ECAT has got you covered. That's right, ECAT has
podcasts!
Yes! ECAT Podcast Channel has your favorite shows that you could listen to. Whether you want to chill and listen to the Ron Van Dam Show and hear him talk about what's bothering him that day, or the show hosted by local legends Stephanie Weinstein and Meredith Keach, where they talk about anything and everything, or take a listen to the weekly news hosted by Jack Ryan and Abby Kitchenham. Stay tuned in with Tiger Talk hosted by Oliver Ames students. Community Forum is where their host Priscilla talks about all things Easton. Easton residents.
What the heck? Okay, so we are just about ready here to get the second half underway. 38-30 Medfield leading, as it was a back and forth first half, but Medfield was able to take the advantage at the end of the second quarter. So the Tigers come back out with their starting lineup. Hilliard takes it into the short corner and picks up her dribble, gives to Cadence Durba at the top of the key. It's going to go over to Cameron Durba, who will fire a three. It's going to rim out, but a long rebound goes to Gamble, who puts up the floater, fouled, and one. So a strong start for the Tigers here on offense as Avery Gamble hits a nice little floater to bring her team within 6 and potentially 5 here if she can knock this down. And she does. So make that 38-33 as Kitteridge brings the ball up the floor for the Warriors, gives it to her fellow senior captain Annie Stanton, and there's a foul down in the paint. Stanton is going to be going to the line. That foul is going to go on Avery Gamble. That is her second of the day, as senior captain Annie Stanton goes to the line for two. 5'9" forward from Medfield. She hits the first. Excuse me, there is not a timeout for Oliver Ames. They get theirs back at the end of the halftime. So rebound goes to Oliver Ames, and here comes Gamble up the floor, dribbling quickly. Gives to Durba. Durba over to the other Durba. Durba to Horseman. Durba is open in the paint. She takes the right-handed layup and gets it. 4-point ball game. Here come the Warriors over to number 12. That is Backy, and it is turned over. Here comes Sarah Hilliard over to Cadence Durba, who can't get the rebound, can't get the layup to go. But Gamble gets her own offensive rebound there. It's going to go out of bounds, and the ref is going to call it off of Naya Anagiri, and it will be Oliver Ames' ball. 6:53 on the clock as we get an early timeout here. Not sure which team called it, but 39-35, just over a minute into the first quarter. Sorry, the third quarter, the first of the second half. You know, it's the first quarter of the second half, symbolically. As Coach Costello mentioned at halftime, team had a good first quarter, but the second quarter they had just a few too many mistakes, and Medfield was able to capitalize on it. All of the teams that they are going up against in this Sioux River tournament are ranked squads. They are strong, they work well together, and Oliver Ames is battling here amidst some controversy, so here we go with 6:53 to go. Coach Costello calling out for their half-court offense, gives it out to Cameron Durba. Durba over to Gamble on the wing, back over to Cameron Durba, who goes to Gamble, who fires a three from the wing. It is going to go off the back rim and out, as that is Kitteridge, who's able to fight to keep the ball in bounds for the Warriors. Here comes Stanton into the lane, gives over to Anagiri for three. She airballs, and the rebound goes to Maeve Horseman. Gamble up the floor for the Tigers. She drives left, gives to Hilliard, who dribbles with the right hand back up to the top of the key. Looked to be hacked by Anagiri, as it is taken away by Annie Stanton, and Anagiri comes up with it. Down into the paint for Stanton, gives it to Anagiri at the top of the key. She drives left, gives to Backy. Backy gets the up fake. Horseman went up, but it is going to be a travel. Was afraid that she might have gotten a foul call there for a moment. So 39-35. She wasn't going to get that lucky, as Avery Gamble brings it up the floor. 5:59 to play. Durba to Hilliard. Horseman in the corner chucks it up to Gamble, and there's contact. The foul is going to be on, I believe, Anagiri. Yes, it will be. That is Anagiri's third foul. She's going to come off the floor, and onto the floor for her will be Jalen Anagiri. So Naya comes off, Jalen comes on. I would assume they have some kind of relation. But you know what they say about assumptions. Ball goes over to Horseman. Horseman to Hilliard, who drives baseline. Little floater hits the front rim, but she's able to fight, almost get her on rebound. But unfortunately, the ball scatters away and goes Medfield's way. 5:39 to go in the third quarter. Here's Stanton. She dribbles on Durba, goes into the lane and cannot get it. Good defense by Cadence Durba. Here comes Cameron Durba over to Avery Gamble, who sidesteps into the top of the key, gives to Cameron Durba, who up fakes. Sarah Hilliard in the corner. Over to Gamble. Gamble up and into the lane. Little floater with the left hand, hits the front rim and out. Rebounded by Stanton. Here comes Medfield. Drive into the lane by Stanton, defended by Durba, but she gets it to go with the right hand. 41-35. Medfield leads. Gamble to Horseman, who is trapped in the corner, but she gets rid of it. It is turned over. No, it's not. Gamble keeps the ball in play for the Tigers. Durba is, I don't know exactly what to say that happened there, but lost her footing due to some contact that was not called, and turnover is going to go to Medfield. But Owe is able to get the ball back. Almost up to the line, but she's got it. Here comes Gamble, dribbling here at the top of the key. She calls a play, but she crosses over into the lane, gets a little bit of space. Contact there, and it's going to be two shots as I make a pass to the referee. pretty good pass, if I do say so myself. Nice little bounce pass. He would have definitely hit that shot. So Gamble's going to shoot 2. As she hits the first. It is 41-36 as Horseman and Cameron Durba will come off. We see Riley and Rhodes coming in for the Tigers. Here comes Medfield quickly up the floor. Here's Kitteridge up to Stanton. Stanton, a little bit of a mishandle, but she picks it back up, drives over to Anagiri. Kitteridge with the right-handed layup. She misses a little too strong. Here come the Tigers. Sarah Hilliard pushing the ball up the floor. The senior captain on the wing. She goes over to Riley, who gives to Durba for 3 off the backboard and in. It is a 2-point ball game. That's Cadence Durba with her first 3-pointer of the day. Driving. Number 21, that's Anna Jerry. Gives to number 24, that is Paige Hennerby. 3-pointer is up for Stanton and no good. Here come the Tigers. So it is 40. They have it as 41-40. 3:37 to play. Here comes Mary Rhodes, sophomore guard. Got a lot of playing time in their first game. Their big blowout win. Cadence Durba down to her fellow captain, Sarah Hilliard, who fights for the ball back. She's in the high post, being doubled. Gets it to Avery Gamble, who puts up the reverse layup and is fouled, which gives the OA Tigers a chance to take the lead here a little more than midway through the third quarter. So they've been able to cut that deficit down from where it stood at halftime. Referees speaking to the coaches as Gamble's going to get her first shot and knock it down, so the game is tied. Hilliard's going to come off. Dupil is going to come in. She's a bit of a hybrid player as second shot falls. OA has the lead back. Here comes Medfield. A sketchy pass to Backey, but she's able to handle it. Gets it to Hennerby. And here's Stanton driving right. Pass is tipped, but it does land in the hands of Kitteridge. Back up top to Tess Backey, who goes into the lane and cannot get it to go. Rebound Tigers. Here comes Gamble up the floor, crossing over. Crosses over again, gets to Cadence Durba, who dishes it over into the corner for Rhodes, who knocks down the floater. And we are going to get a Medfield timeout here with 2:38 to play. A nice shot by Rhodes, and a clutch one at that to put the Tigers up 3. We are going to take a short break here. You are watching Easton Community Access Television and Oliver Ames basketball.
There, I'm Gail Devins, and join me as we discover all the businesses that made Easton great. This is a wonderful, wonderful place. I cannot wait. I want to do it. I want to go there. I am definitely coming back, and I know you will too, because I'm telling you something. It is absolutely amazing in here. What a wonderful way to discover Easton. It's right here in Easton. Showing at noon on Mondays, 2 p.m. on Tuesdays, and 11 a.m. on Fridays, only on ECAT.
We're back here as Medfield passes the ball in. It is knocked away. It will stay Medfield. Nice little tip by Hannah Dupil, the junior. As Anna Jerry passes the ball in to Backey. Backey brings it up the floor, beating the OA press. She's able to get into the lane, kick it out to Kitteridge for a corner 3. She hits the front rim, but gets her own rebound off the front rim. As they look to reset, Backey drives into the lane, right-handed layup. She gets there and puts in the 2. So it's 44-43. OA on top as Rhodes drives over to Durba, and the ball is tipped. Her pass, as she tried to get it into the corner, K-Dance is going to come out. Hilliard is going to come in with 2:16 here to play in the third. Pass goes down into Hilliard, who takes a short post shot, but she is not able to connect as the Warriors bring it up the court. They get it into the corner for Backy. Backy up to Stanton. Stanton going to drive right. Gives it to Anageri. Anageri back over to Stanton, who's going to fire for three, hit the front rim. Battle for the rebound goes to Hennerby. Kitteridge with a post shot with the left hand. She can't get it to go, and Oliver Ames gets the rebound. Here comes Dupill. Cameron Durba looks like she traveled. Looks like we have an exciting ball game on our hands for the rest of the way out here, folks. Hopefully I'm not jinxing anything. Down to Stanton, who takes a short shot, but she cannot get it to go. And here comes Dupill up the floor for the Tigers. She's mostly unbothered. Here comes Hilliard back to Dupill, who fires for three. A little short, but Rhodes is able to come in and get the rebound. Foul and one. That is Annie Riley. It's a big shot here for the Tigers with a chance to make it a two-possession ball game. Nice shot there. Couple of substitutions for the Medfield Warriors. Onto the floor comes Mary Palladino for Captain Annie Stanton. I believe that is the case. Shot up and in for Annie Riley. Away by 4. Just over a minute remaining here in the third quarter. Kitteridge brings it up the floor. She crosses over, drives left, and is fouled. She's going to go to the line for a chance at 2 points. She will be getting 2 free throws. Foul there, of course, is on an Oliver Ames player, but we do not know who it is on just yet. Free throw is good for Kitteridge, who is certainly the offensive leader of this team and seemingly the leader throughout. Pass goes into Mary Rhodes. Rhodes is going to bring the ball up relatively quickly and get it to Cameron Durba, who overthrows the pass, and it will go back into the possession of Medfield. Add 5 more seconds to my clock. We got 59 to go here. Ball is inbounded to Anageri, who has a little hesitation. Big screen by Kitteridge, knocks Rhodes down, but she can't get it to finish. Down in the paint, it's number 5 who takes a shot, Palladino. She couldn't get it to go. Down in the paint goes number 12. That is Tess Backy, who gets the and one. She ties up the ball game. You got some fans here looking for a travel. Quite a few people looking for a travel. Backy, shot is up and good. Medfield takes the lead. Here comes Rhodes. Owe trying to get a 2-for-1 here. Off the front rim goes the 3 of Durba, and here comes Medfield. They might get a chance at a 2-for-1. Anageri hits the layup. It's 50-47. This will be the last possession for the Tigers, as long as they can hold on to it. They might just be looking for a good shot. Dupill had a look at it, but she wants to hold for that last shot. Durba on the other wing. She sizes up her defender. Crosses over, goes back to the top of the key with 10. Here is Dupill, who is smothered by Backy. Into the corner for Rhodes, who passes over to Hilliard, who there's some contact, but they don't call anything. Rebound goes to Medfield, and that will be the end of the third quarter. With Medfield leading by 3, it was a strong start by the Tigers, but Medfield was able to fight back and retake the lead. So as we head into the fourth, we have a ball game, ladies and gentlemen. 50-47 Medfield leads. Scoring has been spread out so far for the Tigers as Gamble, Durba, Hilliard, they're all getting their thing. They're all getting their shots up. Offensively for Medfield, though, it has been a lot of Izzy Kitteridge, just like it was last night. Naya Anagiri being in foul trouble seems to be helping the Tigers out, but I'm sure she'll be coming back into the game eventually. Though this game will not be, it'll be counted in the standings. It will not be counted as a championship game for the Sioux River tournament. But there's definitely a lot of bragging rights between these two teams, right? I mean, like Coach Costello said, Medfield is a ranked club and OA is not. But this could mean quite a lot of things in the standings here, heading into the meat of this winter season. So the three goes up here and knocked down by Mary Palladino, the senior forward for Medfield, as they will take a 6-point lead. Durba over to Durba, Durba back to Durba, Durba over to Durba at the top of the key. She drives with a Euro step. Layup is blocked. Here comes Medfield up the floor. Kitteridge crossing over a couple of times. Left-handed layup. She gets to go, as Medfield is looking to go on a little bit of a run. They do not press. Gamble brings it up to the top of the key. Durba back over to Gamble. Gamble to Cadence Durba. Looking for Hilliard, but overshoots her target, as Medfield will take the ball and OA will take a timeout. Coach Costello not liking what he's seeing. He wants to talk to his girls. Almost a minute into this fourth quarter. Medfield starting to go on a run, so Coach Costello tries to cut that out. We're going to take a very short break and be right back here on Easton Community Access Television.
Hi, I'm Jen from Fantasy Crafts. Turn your average household items into fun for the whole family. Let your imagination run wild. It was my decision. You be quiet over there. Fantasy Crafts, playing Monday at 3 p.m., Wednesday at 1 p.m., only at ECAT.
Just a reminder, the boys will be playing in their consolation match in just a few hours. We will not be broadcasting the girls' championship. That will be played after this. But after that game is complete, we will be back with the boys' consolation game, which I can get you the opponent in just a moment here, as Medfield brings the ball up. Here comes Backey up the floor. She crosses over, crosses double cross, and gives to number 24, Paige Hennebree. Anagiri to Hennebree. She drives. Durba tried to take a charge. It did not happen. And then Kitteridge tried to pass the ball off of a Tiger out of bounds. It didn't work. But they take the 10-point lead regardless. Over to Annie Riley. She dribbles on the wing, picks up her dribble, looks for a teammate. It's Sarah Hilliard on the corner. And the pass is taken away by Anagiri, a very good takeaway, as that increases the lead to 12 for the Warriors. Here comes Gamble in the half court. The Warriors have stopped pressing. Gamble back over to Durba, who dribbles and gives to Riley. Down over to Gamble in the corner. Looks to make a pass into the paint, and Cadence Durba is fouled, and she will be going to the line for two. She hit the shot, and she is going for one more. Looking for the and one. So Cadence Durba making her opportunities count on offense, but she cannot get that free throw to go, as Medfield very quickly up the floor, and it's going to be a travel on Tess Backey. She stopped a little too quickly. We're going to play here, as I have a little bit less time on my clock as there is in the game clock. There's 5:43 to go in the game here. Ball goes up to the top of the key and over to the corner for Avery Gamble. She takes a shot, hits the front rim. She's battling for the rebound but cannot get it. Here comes Medfield down the floor. It is tipped away, and a nice job of keeping the ball in bounds by number 14. That's Annie Riley as Owe takes the ball, and it is Durba who knocks down the three. Cadence Durba. Don't let her cook. Into the lane, and one for Tess Backey as Medfield is going to try and get that lead back up to 10. You get a couple of substitutions here. Mary Rhodes into the game for Cameron Durba. Annie Riley comes off. As the free throw is good for Backey. It is a 10-point ball game. And Avery Gamble brings the ball up the floor. 4:40, it is just about 5 minutes to go here. As Durba is able to recollect it, but not able to hit the layup. But it is Dupil who gets the offensive rebound. Gamble going to take a three and knock it down. A clutch three for Avery Gamble to keep this team in the game. It is 7. Here's a three by Nanjani. Anageri, she goes off the front rim. And here is Gamble, who is blocked. She tries to go up with it again. And they're going to call a jump ball. So 4:33 remains here in the game. Gamble was able to get the jump ball. Rhodes is going to come off as we're going to get Cameron Durba back in. Pass goes into Hilliard. She takes a right-handed hook shot but cannot get it to go. A good look for the Tigers, but they can't get it to go, as I said. Corner, here's Anageri for three. Again, she just misses. Foul and one. Tess Backey. There's no girl named Kate on their team or either team, so I'm not sure why I said Kate. I think I made that person up. 4:20 remaining in the game as Medfield will be trying to make it 10. They cannot. Offensive rebound goes to Kitteridge, though. She passes into the corner for Backey. Backey drives baseline. She goes back up top. Recollecting it is Stanton. She drives, finds Kitteridge in the corner for three. Four minutes to go in the game. Durba going to take another three. Front rim. And out of bounds. The ball will go to Medfield. Dupil comes off the floor. We've got Horseman into the game here. So we'll sync up these clocks right here with 3:47 to play. Stanton on the wing. Gives it to Kitteridge, who up fakes on Hilliard. Has a step, takes the layup, but she cannot get it to go. It may have been tipped. Here comes Gamble, who has some space. She looks over at Cameron Durba for three. She hits the side of the rim, and it goes out of bounds on Oliver Ames. It'll be Medfield ball with just under 3.5 to play. Anageri passes the ball in to her sister, Naya. As she brings it up, finds Kitteridge in the corner for three. Costello going to call another timeout here as the lead goes to 15 for Medfield. That happened fast. As you can see, some of the girls are tired on the Oliver Ames bench. But that is the game of basketball, folks. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. You do tend to see this happen where you have a close game and then eventually at the end, the wheels can fall off. But Coach Costello is trying to make sure that that does not occur and see if he can rally his troops, go on another run. There have been some big shots hit as the three-pointer by Gamble was enough to bring it back down to 7, but turnovers by the Tigers as well as strong offensive play by the Medfield Warriors has kept the Tigers out of striking distance. Maybe a bit of a miscommunication there. As 3:11 remains, the pass goes into Durba, over to Gamble on the wing. She goes back up to the top for Horseman. Corner for Hilliard, but it is going to be taken away by Medfield. It's been strong defense. It hasn't all been massively, or just massive mistakes by the Tigers. It's been strong play all around by the Medfield. As Kidd takes a tumble there out of play, but it is going to be a made shot, which extends the lead. Durba over to her sister. Down to the wing, it's going to be a Gamble three, no good, but Hilliard is able to tip the rebound over to Cadence Durba. Another three goes up in the air for Cameron Durba. She can't get it to go. With just over 2 to play, Coach Costello is sending in the cavalry here for a substitution. Three-pointer in the air for Anageri is no good. Here comes Cameron Durba. Durba to Gamble. Gamble back to Durba. She looks no-look pass to her sister, Cadence, who fires. It is no good. We're good. Nice little stop. I'm going to grab this ball. No problem. Yep. What can I say? I'm announcing the game, but I'm also a bit of a side judge here. Had to reacquire the ball. I did leave the clock running there, so we have a little bit more time. 1:55 remaining in the ball game. Luckily, Avery Gamble did not knock into our table. That would have been sad on her part and our part. Minute 45 remains as the layup for Anageri is good, making it 74-55. This game was much closer throughout 3.5 quarters than the score may show. As you have some new players into the game here. Number 35 for the Tigers, that is Zoe Swanson. Olivia Strom is in the game. Rhodes is in the game. You also have Farley, who turns the ball over there. So just over a minute to go here, as there's certainly some disappointed faces on the Tigers sideline, and they are trying to cheer on their defense to get a defensive stop here. But this is going to go in the books as a Medfield victory. Oliver Ames played their hearts out. Foul, as that'll be Backey going to the line for 2. Foul is on number 30. That is Olivia Strom. Like I said, back and forth game, 3.5 quarters, very strong match. I may have jinxed it. As announcers tend to do. Call it the announcer's curse. The starters will come off the floor from Medfield, as we have Olivia Whalen in the game. We have Nia Anageri still in. Backey's going to take this free throw and knock it down to advance the lead to 21. Here comes Rhodes, who calls out the play, gives it up to Olivia Strom. Back over to Rhodes. Rhodes gives it to Ali Curzoli, who gives it up to Farley. That's going to be a Strom 3 off the front rim. Rebound goes to Zoe Swanson. She puts it in. As the Tigers will, like I said, they will be losing this one. Medfield should hold on to the ball here, unless they're trying to pad the stats in a somewhat disrespectful fashion. It seems that they will be holding the ball, as head coach Mark Nickerson tells them basically to hold on to it. So that will do it here for the consolation game of the Sioux River Tournament. Oliver Ames Tigers not able to come away victorious. They lose this one 76-55. So the girls shake hands. That's going to do it for us here at the Nixon Gymnasium for now. You can check in back in a couple hours, and we will have the coverage of the Moscato tournament for the boys. Oliver Ames Tigers will be taking on Cardinal Spellman. So make sure to tune into that. Otherwise, it's been a blast. This is my first game calling the plays as play-by-play, so I am very appreciative for all of your attention. For me and my producers here at ECAT, we'll be signing off. Take it easy, everybody.
And from Medfield, Izzy Kittredge. Thanks again to both teams. The championship game of the Remark Tournament will begin at 2 o'clock.
Oliver Ames Sports are sponsored by Bank of Easton, Easton Lions Club, Law Firm of Sutton & Sutton, Doug King Builders Incorporated. ECAT would like to thank all sponsors for their support in producing this sports season.